there is a screen present now in your screen.
Just a second, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to share now, just a second.
Please.
Yeah, just a second, sir. Can't share your screen. You must grant permission in order to share your screen. I need your permission. I need your permission to share your screen.
Okay. How could I give the permission here? Oh. Okay.
Try now.
I'm just trying. Let me fix it up. Okay.
No problem. No problem, sir.
Let me do this. And if I close my cam, so
yeah.
Can you do right now? Can you share your screen?
I don't think it. No. It won't help us because you need to give me kind of permission. I need to receive the permission from you. It said that there is need to permission. Perhaps because you are the host. I need the permission to share. Okay. The issue is that I kind of share permission.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, okay. But that date has happened nicely, no?
I do hope so. Do you see my screen? No, not yet. Not yet. You must grant permission in order. No, it said that you must grant permission in order to share your screen. I need to have kind of permission. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Okay. Actually.
Yeah.
If I go out, so probably you will be the host.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll try.
Okay, let me go out. Then probably you will able to.
And then perhaps okay. I don't know. I'll try to. No. No.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry. May we move to Zoom, or if you want to stay here?
No. So can one thing I do?
Yes. Yes.
I can give the password and the.
No. No need to.
So it can be host.
No, you need to give me this kind of share privilege. I don't know. It's kind of share privilege that you need to.
Yes.
So there is an option in the right corner of this app. 3 dots are there where you can click, and you will see third option is present screen. You will click on that. After that, it will show start presenting. Then you click on that, and after that another window will started. It will show start now. Then you will present your screen. You will be able to present your screen.
Could you repeat?
Yeah, I'm
3 dots.
I try to share my.
3 dots are there. There is a third option, present screen. On the app, right side of the app.
No,
3 dots.
in the computer, in the laptop, we are searching.
There is something that I can do from my side.
Yeah, it's on right side. 3 dots are there. 3 small dots are there. There is an option in 3 dots. You will click switch camera, turn on caption, present screen.
No,
Well, I'm sharing the relevant screen, but
Ma'am, you are seeing it on a laptop or a PC?
I am on the my phone.
No, not on phone. On laptop,
No.
there is a option at the bottom that is present
Yeah.
now. Present now. When you click on the present now, you will see your entire screen. Present entire. Just click on the entire screen, and then there will be a window inside it. So click on the inside window.
Are you talking to me?
You can see, wait just a minute. All of you can see my screen.
Yes.
You can see my screen. So I am doing the presenting. So
Yeah.
there is those who are on the laptop, you just go at the bottom. There is a screen called present now. Sir, can you click on present now?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. Dr. Pavel, please click on present now.
Yes. Yes, I tried that before.
Now you can see that there are options like first option is share your entire screen. Present entire.
Yes, I tried to present.
Okay, sir. Click on the entire screen. Click on the entire screen. You will see another window. And inside another window, there will be a very small window. Just click on that window. You will see that there are people around you, and there is a very small window. Just click on that window. There will be a movement of the window for some time. It will start moving, and then your screen will be shown to us. Inside it is a very small white colored window.
Okay, how to give permission to?
No, permission is not required.
You see something?
Yes, sir. After you click on share entire screen, you will see something.
I did it.
I
did it. I see nothing.
Can you see something? Can you see something in between?
Yes.
I don't know. Nothing so far. Yes, I see nothing. I don't know. I see the same thing. I'm deeply sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
No, sir.
If you see
You are presenting. Sir, we have got your...
presenting. Yes.
You are presenting, sir. You are presenting, sir.
Your screen.
okay,
has
I'm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are presenting. We can see your screen after 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 seconds, sir. You are presenting your screen. Sir, just
Yes,
wait for
it is
2 to
coming.
3 seconds.
Yes, sir.
It is
Palpable
coming.
is presenting. Correct.
So it is coming from your side, sir.
Okay. For my side. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, because here it's working. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your patience and guidance. Thank you so much. Yeah, currently. I don't know. It's still loading. You are presenting to everyone.
Sir,
See my screen.
we can see everything.
I don't see my screen.
Yes, sir. We can
see now. Okay. Do you see? I don't know what do you see. I don't know what do you see.
Sir, we see several slides. Sir, we are looking at your several slides. Now it is the first one. Yes, sir. Cybersecurity.
Okay. I don't know if it's good or if it's bad.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know what to see, but
it is now.
Okay. Okay. So you see the presentation?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We all can see your presentation.
Yes. Please go ahead, sir.
First of all, thank you very much. I'm quite familiar with Zoom because in the last 3 months I teach with Zoom every day, and I have another class this evening, and with WebEx also. Google Meet is quite new for me, and I'm deeply sorry for all the technical failures that we had. I see nothing. I don't know. It's quite strange for me because I see nothing. I see only my presentation and I see no one. So I do hope that everything is fine.
Sir, shall I interrupt for 1 second, sir? Sir, can I interrupt for 1 second? Sir, you can see only your presentation, but we are able to see everything what you are presenting. So there is no issue.
Okay.
We can hear you. You can start presenting, and we all can see your presentation, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. So once again, thank you everyone and the distinguished guests and for the invitation by Dr. Travis Roy. It's my real privilege. I'd like to speak a bit about cybersecurity and the weakness of the human factor, what is called social engineering. Well, about me, you know, Dr. Project described me and told you about me and my field of interest. So, the internet is an ocean. It's an ocean of knowledge. It's an ocean of data. And there are some characteristics of this internet ocean. It's very, very fast. It's viral. It's flat. I mean, everyone's voice is the same voice. We can share our thoughts and photos and everything. Basically, it's a free medium in which we can share, in most cases, without any limitations. And cross borders, cross nations, and this is a true examples of the ability of the internet and its amazing features and abilities. The internet changed the way how we work, because if in the past it was something like that, our work environment, so now it's something like that. And there are two kinds of challenges, and there are two kinds of a new dimension. And what I'm meaning is here, every piece is different. There is no connectivity between the glasses, the book, the typewriter, the pen, whatsoever. But here, everything is connected. Everything can speak between themselves. Those end tools. I mean, if it's Google Glass, it can communicate with the notebook, and the notebook can, of course, communicate with your keyboard, and everything is connected. Everything it's connected, it's good on one hand, but on the other hand, it's creates a lot of challenges. In this ocean of data and knowledge, the internet, we used to surf. But there are threats in this ocean. Threats made by several kinds of actors. It can be cyber criminals, cyber terrorists, hacktivists, and even nation-state actors. And we heard about cases like that almost every day of cyber attacks, cyber risks, cyber threats. If we try to realize what is the cyberspace is consisted with three different layers. The first layer is the hardware. I mean, the keyboard, the CPU, the screens, the monitors, the mouse, everything, all those hardware. The second layer is the layer of the data, of the information, the communication, the application, all the application that we use to handle the information and our online activities, including Word, including Microsoft Windows, everything. This is the information and the communication between. And the third layer is us, the human factor. And this is the third layer of the cyberspace. The most fragile, I might say, layer. So if the internet connects between computers, between laptops, and between endpoints, it also connects person, us, the end users. And this period of this internet era, this digital time, bring us a lot of power to us, the end user. Just for example, every one of us is journalist with our cellular phone, our blog platforms, our websites, social networks. Everyone is photographer. So we can create news for the good and for the bad. So we have a lot of power in our hands, more than we know in some cases, more than we know, once again, for the good and for the bad. We can, using cyber attacks, we can shut down critical infrastructure systems made by malicious activities. Just giving examples. In Israel, we had in the past few weeks news items with allegations that Iran was behind, allegedly, cyber attack against the water sectors in Israel, in order to attack and harm the Israeli water supply in Israel. Things like that, if it happen, may create cyber attack and may create physical damage. In this case, to the water sector in Israel. This is damage to the operational technology, OT. that manage our physical life. But there is also not only operational technology, there is also information technology. Operation technology may create harm to the physical life. Cyber attack to information technology may create leak of information. And we hear about leak of information from information technology systems almost every day. The main issue, the main disadvantage of this internet and the cyberspace is the anonymity. One of the main problem of the cyberspace is what it's called the attribution problem. What is attribution problem? In the physical dimension, it's easy to follow. If there is experiment of missiles, or if from someone shell mortar, you know who did it, you know what kind of damage happened, you know how to react. But in this cyber dimension, you don't know, almost in most cases, you don't know nothing. I mean, who is the aggressor? When did a cyber attack happen? And I can tell you that in most cases, the average period of time between the cyber attack and when it's exposed is something like approximately a year. So think about a situation in which there is an attack, and only almost a year after, you reveal and you understand, whoever you are or your organization is, that you've been hit by cyber attack. And there are all sorts of ability to hide your activity, whether you are criminal, you are terrorist, you are nation state actor. So the attribution problem is one of the major problems in the cyberspace because of this anonymity. Anonymity, as we can see here in this cartoon from the early days of the internet, is something like, as those two charming dogs said, on the internet, nobody knows you are a dog. I mean, anonymity. Nobody knows who you are. And it means danger. Because if we, the digital citizen, handle our lives in these social networks, WhatsApp, text messages, internet platform, whatever, blogs, and we do know who stand on the other side of the keyboard, it may face a lot of dangers. I give an example. This is taken from my Facebook account. I don't know if you can see my cursor, perhaps, I don't know. This is me, Tal, okay? I changed this image, but this is me. And I received this Facebook invitation in the past. You can see everything, you hear me well, everything is fine so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I can
perfectly.
hear
Thank you. Yeah, wonderful. So I received this Facebook invitation, and more exactly this Facebook Messenger message. And we received those messages on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and we received Facebook invitation, perhaps day by day. And the account name is Rolla GD, and we even have a mutual friend. And she addressed me and said that she's supposed to be a general from the US Army, and she allegedly gave me her Gmail account for more introduction, and she wanted to introduce herself to me. That's why she asked me to address her at the Gmail account. It's a real one. It's not Gmail, it's not a Google Images. It's not a screenshot from Google Images. It's something that I've made, this screenshot from invitation that I received. And I ask you one question. Why? Probably you receive those kind of invitations of invitation, whether to friendship request or whether on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Why? To communicate. Why to take part in this? I don't know who stands behind the keyboard. I don't know who is this Roller GD. You have to ask yourself why to take part in it. It doesn't make sense. And please ask yourself all those questions that I'll ask you right now. First of all, who is she? She said that she is Flora D. D'Arpino from US. Okay, so why it's written here Roller GD? B. Why do you send me your Gmail account? If you want to communicate, send me your professional one. Why Gmail account? And the end of the day, what do we have in common? Why do you March 1985, you may ask yourself whether she is 3 stars general after so little time of period in the military service. Well, she was not born on March 1985. This is her name is really Flora Di D'Arpino, but this is a real identity as I took from Wikipedia. So no doubt it's a fake Facebook account that addressed me. And as well as she addressed me, this kind of account can address thousands of others. And I don't know who stand behind, but they need only 1, 2, 3 that we said, okay, let's see who are you. Let's send you an email. I don't know who stand behind this account, and I don't know what they want. But where there is a doubt, there is no doubt. And here, there are a lot of alarming bells. So if you receive something like that, please do not hesitate. Either block it or just do nothing. Do not cooperate with it. Some more examples. I received this another invitation from allegedly Anna Alexander, and you can see here a friendship request. I sent her, okay, thank you very much. Who are you? And I know that it's a fake one because it's written here that she's supposed to be senior officer of the United States Army, but she lived where? In Syria. Doesn't seem logic. And another thing, please take it as a tip from me. And that's why you can see here the URL, the web address. My Facebook, the address of my Facebook will be facebook.com/tal.pavel or my user ID. But here, what it's written, agi.serev. It's supposed to be Anna Alexander if it's a genuine one. So no doubt that it's not Anna Alexander. No doubt it's not a genuine one. But I was curious to know not who stand behind this fake account, and you can understand it's a fake one, but to understand what do they want from me. So as you can see, just a minute after I sent, there is someone that saw my message, and I received a reply, a very long one. This is the reply that I received. I must admit that I never read it, but I just read this one, that allegedly she, want to share with me $3.2 million. Now we can understand the motive. Probably those who stand behind this fake account want my bank account allegedly to give me 3.2 million US dollar. So the reason to this attack is that I'll give my personal bank account. By the way, I received several and as you can see, there is a pattern here. It's the same. Oh, sorry. You can see the lady here. It's the same lady here. And the pattern, it's always the same. An officer or in this case. And this is a friendship request and another one with the same person. It's the same image. Believe me, because I've checked. It's the same person. All of those. In several cases, you will see strange name. Well, Karatiawe. I don't know what is Karatiawe. And Ella Dixon Vivacity. Okay, it's look a bit a strange name. Ella Dixon, perhaps, but what is Ella Dixon Vivacity? And another example, Esther Williams. As you can see, the same pattern. Someone that worked at the U.S. Army from the U.S. now living in Syria, but no, it's not Esther Williams. I checked the image. It's so easy to check the real identity. And I give the tip how to do it. You just point mouse over. You do a mouse over the image, right click on the mouse, right click, not the left, right click on the mouse. And then there is an option on the menu, search Google Images. That's it. That's it. So easy. So once again, hover with your mouse over the image, right click on the mouse, and then you have the option on the menu, search Google Image. Search Google Image, that's what I did, and I realized that it's not Esther Williams, it's American politician named Tulsi Gabbard. Okay, so definitely it's a fake account. I give you some more examples, not from my Facebook account, but from my email. This is a forward email that I received that allegedly I bought iPhone 6s Plus. I never had any kind of iPhone, never. But when someone received this kind of message that, hey, we've just debited you for the sum of 650.95 euro because you've bought iPhone 6s Plus, it will make in case, it will make some doubts. In bad case, it will some anxiety, fear, and in most cases, what the victim will do in most cases, he'll want to know what is the transaction or to cancel it. So in most cases, the victim will press the cancel. Very logic, because if you received debit like that on a sum that you don't know, you didn't buy this iPhone 6s Plus. So definitely you want to cancel this transaction. So you push this cancel. But that's what I want you to do. I want to manipulate you. It's not me, but the bad guy here in the story want to manipulate us to push this cancel link. What happened? I don't know. Any kind of malicious activity. But this is social engineering. This is the this is psychological manipulation. I give you another example. The same. I received it from a lady in the audience after a lecture that I gave in this topic. She sent it to me, and as you can see here, alert, your credit card has been charged for the sum of $1,296. It's amazing. I bought nothing at the sum of $1,200. So what should I do? I want to see what is the debit for. No problem. Push the link to download the receipt. We don't know what will happen, but this is social engineering. This is the ability to create psychological manipulation. Because when you receive some email, something like that, email like that, WhatsApp, Facebook message, a text message, whatsoever, it creates possible for two things: either fears, uncertainty, and doubt, or curiosity. Because in this case, it's fear. I don't want someone to debit me, not at the sum of 1,296 and not for the sum of $650.95. But there is also the curiosity. I mean, hello, you received the sum of I don't know, $1.5 million at the General Lottery of Canada. Okay. Here it's an example of the curiosity. It's another email that I received. It is my pleasure to inform you that you qualified to 2017 membership to the Who's and Who's network of executive and professional, the largest professional association for business executive and professionals in the United States. Wow, very interesting, very flattering. I'm curious. What should I do? Nothing, just confirm my bio. How do I confirm my bio? Nothing. Just press this green button. Why? Because I'm curious. Here I was afraid, but here I'm curious. This is social engineering. And I like this definition very much. Social engineering is the clever manipulation of the natural human tendency to trust. And we tend to trust. Because when we see email like this, we tend to believe that it's genuine, that someone really wants to add me to the Who's and Who's network of executive and professional. And on the other hand, I really believe that, oh, someone will debit me. It's the human tendency to trust. We tend to trust. But social engineering, it's this clever manipulation. It's not unique to the internet, but the internet made it wide range. It made it anonymous. It made it be anonymously. So it's much easier, based upon what we said in advance of anonymity and the attribution challenge and the viral sphere, the viral feature of the internet. All those contribute to the social engineering, to this clever manipulation. And as you can see here, it's a very famous sketch of social engineering. On the left corner, we have firewalls, encryption, antivirus software. But here on the right corner, we have Dave, this human arrow. And you know this Dave will win. And you know what? Because we are all Dave. We work with Dave. We are all Dave in this way or another. And you know what? Why social engineering attack work? Because there is no patch to human stupidity. Because viruses and cyber attacks, they attack the hardware, the software. For those, antiviruses, firewalls, and encryption may help. But in social engineering attack, I do not attack the hardware, not the software. I attack your mind. I compromise your mind. I hack your mind. It's as I said, it's psychological manipulation. It's not manipulation on the firmware. It's not manipulation on the software. It's manipulation on us, on our mind. That's why it's so easy. And that's why it's relate nothing to technology. And by the way, I open brackets and I tell you that this lecture is the most important lecture that I have. And if I have only one opportunity to give one topic, one lecture, this will be the topic, social engineering, because it relates nothing to technology. It's no encryption, no firewall, no information technology, nothing at all. Every one of us may be target, because if we are all digital citizens, and if we use our mobile phones, social networks, email, blogging platform, whatsoever, we are potential victim of social engineering. And it's based upon what I've already told you: fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I'll show you some more examples. It's another example of the weakness of the human factor. This is a news report about cyber attack that happened at the French TV channel. But as you can see here, the background, they are the username of the passwords of this TV channel. So what's the use of guidance, of softwares, of antiviruses, of regulation, if at the end of the day there is a sticky note with username and password that it's attached to the wall here, and there is a TV report, and everyone all over the world can see your username and password? This is example of the weakness of the human factor. Another example: if we find USB device, in most cases, we don't have the time now, but to elaborate it, but in most cases, it's only a matter of A, time, B, a trigger, a relevant trigger that almost everyone will plug it in. And that's what I want. And I ask my students, if there will be written top secret, not open, do not plug, how much we plugged it in? I don't know, 10, 20, 50% of the students. But if on this USB device, it will be written the sheet of my the template of my exam, how many will plug it in? Everyone. It's only a matter of what I will write on this USB device that trigger the target to plug it in. And that's what I want. And remember that in most cases, I do not need that 100% will cooperate with me. If I want to hack kind of a network, I only need one person, two, that will plug this USB device that they found by mistake. And as you can understand, it's not by mistake, it's deliberately that malicious actor put in order that someone will find it. And it's only a matter of what is the trigger, what will be written on this USB device that make you plug it in as I want. Another several examples that for the weakness of the human factor that we do not think about it. Facebook. There are pages, groups with very innocent and naive questions like, tell us the name of your special furry friend, or please tell me what street did you grow up on? Where's the first address you remember living? And I'll tell you why. Why to give those informations, those data? Do you agree with me that the name of your special furry friend or the street that you grown up on may be part of your password, or maybe all your password, or it may be a question of retrieving your password, I don't know, at your bank or whatsoever, or credit card company? Or what was your first job? Or do you remember a first grade teacher's name? So when you see those things, you say, oh, it's very unharmful. But on the other hand, think about it. you just gave a name to someone that you don't know who is and what is the purpose. And this name, in this case, the first grade teacher's name, may be either your password to one of the accounts, or part of your password, or part of the retrieving question of your password. At the end of the day, the essence of social engineering in most cases is to phishing us, to retrieve our password. And you know something, I ask my students whether they see whether they see social engineering attack, phishing attack, whether you heard about phishing as a cyber attack. And I told them that as far as I see it, phishing, which is one of the social engineering attack, I do not regard phishing as cyber attack. I see it as fraud, online fraud. That's it. Not a cyber attack. And I tell you why. Because what is social engineering? What is phishing? I ask for your password and you gave it to me. I ask you to plug this USB device in and you did it. I did not hack to nothing. I asked very politely, very nice, with curiosity or with fear, and you cooperated and you gave me what I asked. So it's a fraud, it's not a cyber attack. It's online, it's sophisticated fraud. And I'll show you an example. 90% of Ohio State University students click on links in phishing simulation. So on one hand, you can say, wow, it's nice. 81% of the student pass the simulation. Hooray! But on the other hand, when there are more than 66,000 at the university, it means that 13,000 fail the simulation. And once again, as I told you, you need only 1, 2 that will fail in this phishing attack to give the username and the password, or in most cases the password, only the password. I do not need the 13,000. So 90% that fell in this phishing simulation, it's not good, it's bad, it's very bad. Because even if 99% will pass the simulation and only 1% will fall, still I have 1, 2, 10, 15 that gave me their passwords. I'll give you some examples. I don't know, probably you heard about the leaked email of Hillary Clinton 4 years ago, but I don't know if you heard about the email of John Podesta. John Podesta was the chief of staff of Hillary Clinton, and for 40 days, for 40 days, WikiLeaks published every day part of his emails. And this is a screenshot that I've made from the part number 36 from Mr. Podesta emails. And there was something like 100,000 email that leaked from his email account. How was it? How was it that 100,000 email leaked from Hillary Clinton chief of staff email account? Easy. Clinton's campaign fooled by an obvious phishing scam, as you saw. How it was made? As you can see in the last paragraph, he received an email allegedly from Google that said, "Hey John," the Google email said, "someone just used your password to try to sign into your Google account, john.podesta@gmail.com. So what he needs to do, of course, to change his password." Do you think that he actually changed his password? No. He clicked on a link. Second. Yeah. It's not the same, that he received, but you can see that it's not pardon, it's not the email that he received, but it's the same email. As you can see, it's the same text. Hey, someone just used your password to try to sign into a Google account. So it's the same text, it's the same email. And I must admit it's frightening. And you can see it from top to bottom. The first of all, sign-in attempt was blocked. And then someone has your password, white on red, very frightening. And of course, the text here. And what I want you to do, change your password. And as you can understand, there is no change of password. Probably there is, if you press this button, there will be a page that open with probably three fields, only three fields. First of all, your current password. Second is the new password. And the third field is for, please type again your new password. As you can understand, fields number 2 and number 3 are useless. I do not need them. What I want, please give me your password. And this is social engineering. And this is why it's work, because it's frightening. The fear, the uncertainty, the doubt. Another example is Carbonac, which was discovered by Kaspersky, a security firm, several years ago. And I think that even up until now, it is regarded as the top one cybercrime ever committed, because from more than 100 financial institutions around the world, this gang managed to steal $1 billion. $1 billion. How did they make it? Easy. As you can see, the infection. First of all, they sent emails with malicious attachment to bank employees. Once some of them, and once again, I do not need it, all of them, some of them opened the email, the backdoor was activated, I could take charge of the computers, of the bank clerks, and then intercept the screen, intercept the activity, mimicking the activity, and steal the money. $1 billion from emails with backdoors that sent, and someone opened it, or few of them open it. And of course, ransom, which is also, probably you heard about ransoms, which is also based upon social engineering, and it's also now ransom as a service. And you can see that 3 years ago, ransomware attacks jumped in 400% worldwide. It's 3 years ago, 400%. So at the end of the day, some conclusions. The essence of social engineering is to make you, the target, the victim, that you trust the sender. Either if it's email, text message, WhatsApp, friendship request that you received on Facebook, or message that you receive on the Facebook Messenger, whatever. The essence is to create trust, because if there will be no trust, you will not cooperate. So first of all, trust email or whatsoever. But you have to ask yourself whether you can trust this email or whatever you receive, okay? The essence of social engineering is to create two things, as I told you. A, it's the curiosity. I wonder, what do they want from me? They really want to give me $15 million? I'm very curious. The second thing is fear. Someone will block my credit card account? Someone will block my Netflix account? And I received this email like that, allegedly from Netflix, that the last payment of yours to Netflix, to our was not accredited. Please enter this link and complete the payment, the last payment. Otherwise, your account will be deactivated and blocked. This is the fear. This is the fear. The curiosity in the fear have one purpose: to activate you to an action, to press the link, to press the button, to open the link, to cooperate this in a manner that the malicious actor, want you to cooperate with me, to give me your credit card details, to give me your bank account details, to give me your password, to open a malicious link that you don't know it's malicious. I manipulate you to obey me. We have to know about what is called the black swan theory. To be aware of black swan, I mean to expect the unexpected. You know, expect the unexpected in this cyber dimension mean that it's not a person that I meet in the street. I don't know who he is. I don't know who stands behind the keyboard. I don't know who is there behind this Facebook account that I received the friendship request. It's the expect the unexpected. We have to teach our whole environment the same as we teach how to cross the street safely. We need to teach them how to live as digital citizen safely and wisely, to minimize the digital gap. We have to invest. But when we said investment in cybersecurity, the first thing that we think about is technology. But I tell you, investment is not only in technology, it's the human capital also. As you can see, us, the human capital, this day, it's the weakest link in the chain. It's the weakest part, because if one of those will open the malicious email without know that it's malicious one, the whole network is compromised. No softwares, antiviruses or firewall will be relevant. So it's not only technology, it's the empowerment of the end user, of us, every one of us. And it's irrelevant if we have technical knowledge, if we have technical expertise, if we use technology in our daily life, it's irrelevant. Because as Mr. Drucker, Peter Drucker said, culture eats strategy for breakfast. And we can have rules, strategy, we can have guidelines, we can have regulation. It's very important. But if the culture, if our cyber hygiene is bad, if the organizational cyber culture is not exist or bad one, there are problems. And as you can see here, 95% of organizations have cultural issues around cybersecurity. It's amazing, amazing numbers, which mean almost every organization have this kind of cultural issue around cybersecurity, which mean they have poor cyber hygiene, which mean they didn't empower the human capital. They didn't raise the awareness to cyber risks of whoever it will be. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how old are we, where we work, in which sector or profession, or how wise are we. Security is a process. It's not a product.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse
Yes.
me. We are not able to see the PowerPoint presentation any longer, and we are just able to see your face. So it has switched now.
No. Actually, somebody has. It is okay. Could you start once again? I think it is coming in a different window.
What?
Yeah, it is coming in different window. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, you see this old guy?
The old man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We can
Okay.
see. We can see.
Yes.
Okay, marvelous. I'm reaching the end. I'm reaching the end. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who are we, how old are we, where do we work, in which sector, profession, whether it's related to information technology or nothing related to information technology, or how wise are we? Because security is a process. It's not a product. And as you can understand, and as I told you, security is empower the end user, empower the digital citizen. And it can and it must start from even from the kindergarten age. To not necessarily to explain what's the meaning of passwords, but even the issue of passwords, it's part of the security. Weak password, it's weak security. Weak security, the organization is exposed. So security is a process that we need to understand that it's not relevant only for those tech guys, the CISO, or the tech department. No. Security is relevant for everyone, because every one of us is digital citizen. As I told you, every one of us is part of this internet, this digital life, this cyberspace. We have to learn. Not only learn, first of all learn, then implement what we learn, and then share our knowledge. With whom? Everyone. And you are welcome to take those ideas from here and share with whoever you want, with all your colleagues, relatives, friends, whatsoever. That's what I mean. Learn, implement, and share. And another thing, of course, don't believe everything you read on the internet. This famous quote of Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so don't believe everything you read on the internet. And the last thing, please remember, always, please take it with you. Computer keyboard is the best offensive weapon. It is an offensive weapon that can offend us and our environment and relatives, even without thinking about it. We may not be aware of all the consequences of a post of us, of share a thing, of participating in activity like I received on to send an email as this forged American general asked me. So computer keyboard is the best offensive weapon. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, distinguished guests. Thank you, everyone. It's a real privilege to be here and to share with you a bit of my thoughts about social engineering. This is me, Tal Pavel. This is my email and my Israeli cellular phone. Feel free if you have any question, remark, whatsoever that you want to ask, you want to share, everything. Feel free to send me, drop me an email, WhatsApp, whatsoever. And if there is any question, I'd love to answer or to share any kind of information that you may need. Thank you very much, and I'll switch to here, and now I see everyone.
Yes.
Now I see everyone. That's it. That's my part. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a wonderful presentation.
Do you have any question, please?
The house is open now, so if you have any question, you can ask, or you can put it into the chat box.
It's my real honor
so I can convey
be
to
here. And if there is any, yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, if there is any question, is good. Every question is relevant. Any remark is mark.
Thank you. It was such a wonderful presentation, sir. And
thank you.
I have a small question. In this digital era, we all from every age group, even my 2-year-old to my grandfather, is getting attached to the internet. So among this whole age, section from, primary to elderly, is there a particular section which is most vulnerable, which is most targeted,
So you ask whether there are segments at the population that they are more vulnerable?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you for your question. I think that on one hand, basically, we tend to believe that the youngsters, the students are more aware and will share less information, will share less password, will tend less to fall victim to. And perhaps the elders with theoretically less technical knowledge will be prone to be victims to social engineering. But it's not necessarily, because as you can see from the example of Ohio State University, 13,000 students fell victim and pushed the malicious phishing link. And on the other hand, those that perhaps are older, they are with more, they are wiser, they have more life experience. They will not tend to press malicious link. They will act with more cautious. They will be more aware. So on one hand, I will not fall into the type that say those with knowledge in technology, they are more aware and will less be target to cyber social engineering attack. I might say that everyone, and we need to take it as a baseline, that almost every one of us, as I said, irrelevant the age, the sector, the gender, whatsoever, everyone may fall to those kind of attack. And I add only one thing. It's only a matter of what is the trigger. It's only a matter of what is the trigger, because there is phishing, but there is also spear phishing. with phishing, in phishing, I target wide audience with no specification. I draw the net in the ocean of knowledge, in the ocean of net. But in spear phishing, I target someone specifically. Yesterday, I received, and it arrived to my inbox Gmail account, not to the spam, an email that say Tal Pavel, attention Tal Pavel, hi Tal Pavel. Someone deliberately tried, perhaps target me directly. So if someone received an email with his or her name, it will be hard to understand whether it's true or false, what is the intention behind it. So at the end of the day, at the bottom line, I'll tell you that I think that everyone, it doesn't matter the age. And once again, I think that cyber knowledge, I won't say cybersecurity or perhaps internet knowledge or whatever you call it, should start even at the early age of, I don't know, first grade, second grade, even things like that, because they use cellular phones, and even in kindergarten, they use cellular phone. So instruct them in the proper way how to use cellular phone. Once again, no need to explain what is password, but what are the proper ways to use the digital life. Okay.
So yes, thank you so much. So like we teach our children how to cross a road, see left and right. So in the same fashion, we should inculcate this behavior of teaching. Yeah, all right. So from primary age, we should.
Indeed.
Yeah, we should be careful. Yeah.
Completely. Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll tell you one thing. I was in a conference in Israel several years ago where I said, and that's why I took this image of crossing the road, that this, in the same manner that we have, well, in Israel, my kids participated when they were in preliminary school. They guide the students how to cross the road, safety road. I think that we need the same activities how to cross the digital roads, how to manage ourselves in the digital roads. I hope I answered your questions.
Yes, sir, indeed. Yes, thank you so much. Yes.
Is there any more question?
Yes, sir, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Gladly.
Firstly, I talking. So my question is, sir, when receive a request on Facebook account, as you say, many of the accounts could be a fake person. So, sir, like for example, I'm from India and I'm getting a request from another country like Morocco. So, and he's and me and are the in same profession, but I'm not getting that he's right, he's real person I'm talking to right now, I'm chatting with, because the Google is also not providing the right information or the more information about the person. But still in my mind that I have a question, it is the authenticate FB account I'm talking with. So sir, how can we identify the person I'm talking with is a real person?
It's a very good question. Thank you for this question. You know, this is the problem of the anonymity that I spoke about during the lecture. The problem that we do not know who stands behind the keyboard on the other side. Handle ourselves and how to handle our digital activities to adopt new. If someone will address you on the street, you see who stands in front of you, and you know in your senses how to handle yourself. You see the person in front of you, but you see nothing. You see a text channel or another. So what should we do? First of all, once again, where there is a doubt, there is no doubt. If we received, we chat with someone, and she send us email, a photo. As I told you, and I did it in the past, right-click with your mouse on the photo and search it on Google Images. You can find it, and then you see it, you can understand that it's a fake person and a fake chat. And perhaps you can try to phone this person. And there are situations in which, although it looks strange, but the person is real. And I give an example. I received a Facebook friendship request from a lady in Israel that had only a few dozens of friends. And we had something like 5, 6 mutual friends. And she addressed me. And she said that she is original from Ukraine, but doing her postdoctorate here in Israel. Okay, I see that we have some friends in common. I send text message, I send messenger text message to one of the mutual friends of us. And I told him, do you know her? Is it a real person? Should I trust her? And he said, yes, it's a real person. So in cases that we do not know who stands behind the keyboard, we can perhaps try to realize, to understand from a third person, from a mutual friend, if there is. But in most cases, we need to understand what is the essence, what he, she want from me, what will be the value to accept this friendship request. Is it, ask yourself those questions. And of course, in most of those Facebook friendship requests or Facebook Messenger requests or chatting, in most cases, we have nothing in common. We have no reason to accept and to cooperate with them, in most cases. But if there is a doubt, ask yourself, is this account look reliable? Do we have something in common? Why do I have any intention to cooperate with this account? What benefit will I have from this cooperation, communication, whatsoever? We have to ask yourself. Why? Because it's not a real person that we see in front of us in a real life, that we can, once again, handle it with our senses. Is it fine? Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Another thing, a question, please. Something.
Yes, that is Nishant Sharma has. It is in the chat box. Dr. Pavel.
Yeah, as there's such application through which hacker can store my information, how can we verify the application? Once again, it's a good question, because yeah, there are a lot of applications that their essence is to steal our information, whether it's the credentials, whether it's the location, whether it's the contact person, our cellular phone, or Gmail, or whatsoever, emails. How to trust an application? A, where from did you download it? From Google Play, from App Store, or from a private person? Try to download it only from, let's call it, authorized places like Google Play or App Store. A. B, I try to read about the application, to read comments. What
Hello.
yes. I try to read comments. All those that download the application and use it, what did they wrote about? Scam? They give it 1 star or 5 stars. And a third possibility, third recommendation, is to see the essence of the application and the privilege that the application wants. And I give you an example. In the past, there was application that torch application, that all the essence of the application is to turn on the light of the cellular phone. Basic feature of every cellular phone now. But now, the problem with those applications was that it was only a torch to turn on and turn off the light of the mobile phone. But some of those applications wanted to receive permission to your accounts and want to grant a permission and access to your storage and to your location. Why? It's only torch. It's only a flashlight. Why flashlight? Need permission to my accounts, to my storage. So in this case, when you download an application and you see that it's asking for permission to storage, to accounts, to your media files, to everything, and there is no reason, revoke it. Okay? All those small tips. It's okay. Do you have any question? Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question? Okay. Is there any more questions? Something that I can help you? Okay, I see. Sorry, yeah, there were a few questions on the chat. Thank you for everything. So if we mistakenly press any phishing link, is anything happen just by clicking, or phishing happen after filling data? What should we need to that time? Marvelous. Okay, phishing is to phishing our data, is to phishing our password. So if it's only a phishing attack, so if you just press the link and you receive a new screen, a new form in which you have to enter your details, and you did nothing, so nothing happened. But you don't know what is the essence of this attack. Probably it may be dual use. I mean, it may be that you will press the link or push the button, and there is a page, a form that you will be asked to insert your password or credit card, or I don't know which number. But on the other hand, perhaps that on the background, a malicious software will be downloaded to your computer without your knowledge. So once again, please, where there is a doubt, there is no doubt. Please do not press any button. Do not press any link. And banks and even World Health Organization said it more than once. We will not ask you for your password. Banks always said, We will not ask you for your password. We will not ask you to reactivate password. If you receive something like this from a bank, what you have to do is, first of all, be calm. Second, open your browser, enter to your bank account, Netflix account, whatsoever, from your own, and check with your username, with your password, that you did it in your browser, if everything is okay. Do not cooperate. Do not press the link. Do not push the button. Okay? If there is any kind of a doubt that your credit card, your bank was blocked or signed up, everything is fine. Do not cooperate with them. Open your browser, enter the service provider, enter your credential, and check for yourself. Okay? Another question. This phishing happens on regular basis, but our government never advertised to aware its citizens like they advertise the political propaganda and government schemes. Well, I don't know. I'll say it. Two things I may say. No doubt that banks, credit card company have the knowledge and have the awareness, and no doubt that they will alert you, the customers, from those potential malicious emails, phishing emails. Regarding governmental activities, I'm quite sure that there are wide range of governmental initiative to raise the awareness of the citizen in the digital activities and digital life, and to raise the awareness. I'm quite sure, no doubt. Is it always enough? Of course not. Of course not. Because there is always need to deep the knowledge and to deep the cyber hygiene of everyone. So at the bottom line, I'm quite sure that there are campaigns to raise the awareness of the citizen for cyber threats and cyber risk. We have to know that there are different kinds of risks. There are risks like social engineering and phishing and social networks. There are risks of scams, fraud, cyber criminals. There are risks from darknets. There are risks of cyber terrorists. There are different kinds of risks. Okay, so it's depend on the campaign, and it's depend on the specific need and the specific perhaps attack that occurred, and needs to raise the relevant awareness, whether it's cyber criminal or cyber or social engineering or whatsoever. What are the ways to prevent the issue like that as precautions? Well, that's what I said, and I do hope that I answer this question: how to prevent the issues like that as precautions. If not, and I hope that I pronounced the name correctly, Kanwal Pal Singh, please ask once again. Question by Shiv Kumar: does the big companies Google track us? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Every day, every activities of us is monitored, for the good and for the bad. We receive benefits from that, but on the other hand, we are all exposed to all those big companies, whether it's Google, whether it's Xiaomi, whether it's Facebook. We are all exposed. We received services, but on the other hand, there is a meme that said that on the internet, you are not the customer, you are the product. We received services free of charge, but on the other hand, we give and we pay in our privacy, in our anonymity. I don't know if you can see this band, this Xiaomi band on my wrist. So on one hand, I can track my heartbeat, my sleep, and of course, how many calories and all those stuff every day. But on the other hand, I provide all those data to Xiaomi, and from there, potentially to the Chinese government. I don't know. So, does the big companies track us? Well, I won't say track us, but they gather a lot of information, and those informations we give happily, day by day, because when we post someone know about it. When we post a photo, when we share our location, when we download an application, when we do like to a post, when we see a video clip in YouTube, YouTube know that this kind of music you like, and you like those genre of music and this artist. As whenever I visit another, or the same question by Shiv Kumar, as whenever I visit any product website or market store, Google started to show me the same product ad on the website which I used to visit in the next few days. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Does it come under cybersecurity? Well, it's not cybersecurity, it's cyber privacy. It's our privacy and anonymity. And I will say that the borders, our borders of privacy, of anonymity, is getting narrow day by day. And there are a lot of examples that perhaps in another occasion we will develop this issue. So what are the ways to prevent the issues like this? I think it was already answered by Canwell. Yeah, Lakshman Das. So if we mistakenly, pardon. I think we answered all those. Let's see if there is. Reka Mehrota, I do hope I pronounce it correctly. How secure are money transfer wallets? Well, it depends on the service. First of all, there are those worldwide professional, reliable platform, like PayPal, that we can trust, or at least try to trust. But on the other hand, and there are those that are perhaps less secure. Once again, another tip: whenever you do money transfer, please check that the address, the web address, the URL, it's not HTTP, it's HTTPS. That there is a SSL layer, secure socket layer. There is a digital signature, okay, digital certificate. So another small tip: whenever you perform a payment, whenever you pay digitally over the net, please check that wherever there is a lock, try to see that the lock is locked, and wherever you see the address, please check that it's not HTTP, it's HTTPS, which means it's secured. Okay. Another question by just a second, I try.
It is Shiv Kumar. Does the big company?
Yes.
No, it is already done. Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to see whether there are more questions that slept.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Sir, as
Yes.
we are seeing that today, sir, the information we are sharing are like personal information like Gmail ID, name, and contact number. And so this information is like circulating every day. We are sharing our information because information is travel day by day, one person to another person. So, sir, can it become a threat for our future security? Because, sir, we are applying for a job, like we are filling Google forms, admission forms. So, sir, but like it can be as a threat for the future.
Thank you for this question. It's important one. You know, it's important to know what do we share. And there is this internet meme with recommendation what to share with the acronym THINK, THINK, and T, I think it's for true. K is for kind. I is for inspiring. I mean, think before you share information, knowledge, link, photo, your opinion, whatsoever. Because once you press the button to share a post, an image, or do like, or send an email, you never know A, who will be able to reach it, or B, how long it will be there in this internet dimension, and it will be forever. And we need to think that whenever you push the button, it may be exposed to everyone for forever. That's why every time that I even write an email to a student, I read it twice to see that there are no mistakes. Every time that I published something over on Facebook, I try that it will not be something that you can tag me, that you can understand what I feel, what I like, in what do I believe, whether I'm happy or not, what I my um, it's you know, I will not call it censorship, but it's not self-censorship, but it's more cyber hygiene. It's more awareness of to be aware what do we post, what do we share, with the basic understanding that everything that we post, someone will be able to put his or her hand on it and will be there forever. So my recommendation to everyone, please, before you press any button, whether it's to share something or to post someone, to say something or to send an email, please think once again, what is the essence, what is the value, what is the added value from this action, whether it's relevant, whether I not expose too much information about myself. All those small questions. Okay, did I answer your question? Yes, yes.
I have another question. I'm so sorry. So do you think
I have my class is something like 2.5 hours from now, so I have a full time.
all right.
Sir,
Sir,
but
do you think
Okay.
that the biometric information like the fingerprint and the iris scan is less prone as compared to the information which we feed through keyboard and virtual keyboard?
Well, you know, the problem with biometric information is that we give it, and as I see it, it's much more dangerous, or let's call it problematic, than to expose our password. Why? You can change your password, you can change your address, you can change your name, you can change your credit card number, but you cannot change your DNA, your iris. You cannot change your fingerprint. Those are unique. So, and we give it gladly. You know, my cell phone, my mobile phone. I don't know if you see me. I must admit, I don't know if you see me or just here. I don't know.
I'm able to see you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Gladly. So my cell phone. In order to open the lock, I just need to put my face in front of the camera. It's kind of Face ID. So the advantage is that I do not need to put any numbers or pattern or something or nothing. Just to look at the camera, and the Face ID recognize me and open it. It's marvelous. It's more secure. But on the other hand, hey, I gave, in this case, Xiaomi, China, but in this case, I gave China my face pattern, and my face pattern is unique. So this is once again the balance of advantages and disadvantages. You have to do your risk analysis every day. I give another example. I have a smart weight that is connected to my cell phone, that when I stand on it, it's analyze the weight and the percentage, the BMI, the percentage of water, the percentage of the weight of the bones, everything. And it's sent directly to, and it's analyzed it and it's sent it directly to the application. So on one hand, it's marvelous. I have each morning when I stand on it, I have all the data and I see graphs. But on the other hand, I gave all my private details about me, about my weight, my BMI, my the weight of my bones to Xiaomi and to China. And those figures are unchangeable. It's not password, it's not your credit card account that you can change. But it's so easy. It's marvelous that I can stand on a platform and it can analyze everything about me. And this kind of biometric data. So it go back to what I said a few minutes ago. We received a lot, but on the other hand, we give a lot of information about ourselves. We give a lot of information about ourselves, whether it's our habits or whether it's our private, unique information like the DNA or like fingerprints, iris, or whatsoever. Okay?
Yes, sir. So especially in these times of COVID, a lot of sensitive information, especially the biometric information, is also being collected by the government and the agencies related to it, just to mark the areas. There are some green zones and the orange and the red zones. So it is kind of exposing then. There could be like, a backfire to this information as well, right?
Yeah, that's what I said at the modern time. In the modern time, in the digital time, our borders of privacy, of anonymity became narrow more and more, and we have less and less borders of privacy and anonymity. And you know, I give an example from here, from Israel. I think it was something like month and a half ago. The government ordered and allowed to the security services, I think it's called the HYSEA, the security internal security service, to track and to monitor all those corona infected in Israel, and to verify that they are in isolation, that they are not in contact with others, that they are stay at home. Okay, on one hand, very good purpose to put those that were infected and to be safe, that all those that been infected, they are stay at home and didn't go to the street. But on the other hand, this was made by monitoring the cellular phones, monitoring the precise location of the person using his mobile phone. And for the first time, the National Security Agency used methods that up until now it was used against terror activists. So tracking mobile phones, you can understand and accept it when you use it against terror activists. But against me? Against citizens, that all the harms was that they've been infected? Okay, so yes, it's another topic, another issue that this modern time, in this case, the coronavirus, and I have a specific lecture that I've made about coronavirus and cybercrime. This modern time bring us a lot of challenges. One of them is to our privacy and anonymity, and we become less private person. We are becoming less private person, and the coronavirus is just another example.
Yes, we surely are getting converted to 0 and 1s, all binary.
Yeah,
we are getting converted.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
thank you so much, sir. Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. There was a question by Nishant Sharma. Can hacker interrupting system by telecom company services? Yeah, actually, there was cases in the past, even in Israel, that hackers, well, we do not know whether it's a nation-state actor, but probably nation-state actors, managed to breach into telecom services and to interrupt them. And it was cases in Israel and cases around the world. The issue is that you don't know whether the malfunctioning of the system is made by hacking, that some kind of malicious actor managed to breach into the system and made it to malfunction, or that it's just a bug in the system. But can hacker interrupt the system by using telecom company services or penetrate or breach telecom company? Yeah, yes, the answer is positively yes. Another one, how do we protect sensitive information handled by and stored by third-party vendors? By Kirti Saxena. Well, it's an important one. How do we protect sensitive information? In most cases, we cannot. In most cases, we cannot handle this information. We have to trust. And that's bring us back to square one. Do not share information that you do not need to. And I give an example. There was this case of Cambridge Analytics. I think it was something like 2-3 years ago, that this company, Cambridge Analytica, received access to something to tens of millions of users accounts in Google, in Facebook. Did I allow Cambridge Analytics to have access to my account? Of course not. Cambridge Analytica is a third party, but I gave access to Facebook. I have an account in Facebook, but I didn't know that Cambridge Analytics will have access to my account, or that the government have access to my account. So can we protect sensitive information held and stored by third-party vendors? In most cases, if there is no need to store information and to share information, please don't do it. But the problem is that we share information. What is Google Drive? What is Dropbox? Okay, Google Drive, Dropbox is sharing information. All our perhaps most sensitive information. All our information is stored perhaps in Google Drives, in the cloud of Google, and everywhere. What should we do? What we should when apps ask for all the permissions of our cellular phone? From Ritu Sharma. Well, it's risk analysis. If you have an application that asks all the permissions to your cell phone, think if it's needed. Think if it's truly necessary to grant all the permission to this application. Whether it's valuable. Perhaps you have the same application, or perhaps you have another application that do the same things with less privilege, that you need to share less permissions. Okay, once again, it's risk analysis. So if you have an application that asks permissions to all the permissions, to grant all the permissions, please, whenever you can, try to find another one that asks less permissions. Okay. I don't know if there are some more questions.
We'll take last one, Dr. Nupur Goshain.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Nupur Goshain. So nowadays, younger children are involved into online classes due to which they have to use technology. How to teach them about the basic of cybersecurity to avoid kind of unnecessary sharing information? Yeah, it's very important. It's very important, doctor. And I have a lecture, a presentation about cybercrime and coronavirus. And one of the effects is that we are now working in remote model framework, but with less of knowledge. Do all the students, I'm speaking generally, okay? All the students, workers, relatives that use all those remote working model, Zoom or whatsoever, received any guidance, received any instructions on how to use safely these methods, these platforms? Because on Zoom, for example, or any kind of other platform, we use personal laptops on unsecure internet connection. Well, we use unsecure internet connection. It's the internet, not secure one. We use personal devices, laptop, unsecure on networks, the internet, to access work, work file, personal data file, to access sensitive files. And for that, we need to teach the basic, as you say, doctor, the basic of cybersecurity essentials. By the way, that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I said that this lecture of cybersecurity. Well, it's not cybersecurity essential, but this lecture of introduction to social engineering is so important for me, because that's the issue. It's basic of cybersecurity, and I think Dr. Nupurgushain, that we need to share the knowledge and to teach whoever maybe. And once again, it's irrelevant the age, gender, the knowledge, the profession. We need to teach everyone about cybersecurity knowledge. And I tell you, well, for me, it's not necessarily cybersecurity, because when we speak about cybersecurity, we think about technology. Let's call it cyber hygiene. I call it cyber hygiene. We need to teach essential, basic cyber hygiene to everyone. Okay? I hope I answered this question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Nupur Gusai.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
Can I request Dr. Pavel, could you stop sharing your screen?
Yes, yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Please just click on that.
Yes.
That's
yes,
great.
yes.
So nice. Now it's perfectly okay. So I must take opportunity to conclude this session. It was a wonderful session and such a value addition in the cybersecurity, because there are many areas which we have not able discovered yet. And I must say, Dr. Pavel, that your students are so lucky that they got such a wonderful teacher like you. Probably you will often try to distribute through webinar in our college and other part in India for the cybersecurity, and there are many topics which you need to take over. So thank you so much, everybody, for the wonderful evening and most important evening today. I will ask Professor Shailendra Kumar to stay over, Professor Payal Mago to stay over. We need to have a chat with Dr. Pavel. And thank you, everybody, for your kind presence. Dr. Alka Bhora Kunaru, please stay with us.
Thank you, everyone.
Merotra, you could stay with us, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I will stay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, please. And thank you, everybody, for your kind presence. And it is a wonderful evening indeed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Prajesh, for such an opportunity. And thank you, Mr. Pavel. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I must add on, Madam Shwati Rangra, right now from Newark. And yes. So it is wonderful that you join with us, and your question was so value-added. Thank you so much, Shwati.
Indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So thank you, everybody. We'll stay for a meeting with our principal ma'am and Professor Shailendra Kumar and Dr. Alka Bhora Kunar. So everybody, thank you so much for your kind presence.
I just read now there is an item about a fake Facebook account in the Philippines that the authorities urge the Cybersecurity Philippines say Facebook fake account attackers reference work and school urged report issue to the authorities. So just what we spoke about, fake Facebook account, in this case in the Philippines, just arrived right now. So if we ask ourselves if those attacks are relevant, if they happen, if they target, who is the audience, so it's relevant every day, and it's attack all kinds of end users and participants, and that's why I think this topic is so important to everyone, to students, and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share a bit this tips and these essentials of it's not of cybersecurity, it's essential of cyber hygiene. So thank you everyone for the opportunity to share these essentials with all the participants.
Thank you so much, sir. And could you add on, Dr. Alka ma'am, Dr. Alka Bhorakunar, could you add on something, and how was the session? Because he is one of the most senior faculty in our college, and such a wonderful human being. We are always been blessed by her.
So, sir, I have been attending so many webinars on my subject, and otherwise also, I must have attended so many of them during the past 15 to 20 days. But if you honestly ask me from my heart, I think this was the one which was most relevant. I learned so much from it. I am around 58 years old personally, and so hesitant, when I have to work on internet. And there were so practical questions that were asked, and sir answered them with such simplicity, like there was never any barrier, that they were simple questions, and without any barrier, he answered them very well. I think we are all very grateful to you, sir, for giving us your very valuable time today, and for addressing a topic which is so relevant, and which at times, senior people like me, senior not as far as my profession is concerned, but senior as far as my age is concerned. So they were so relevant topics, and sometimes you're so hesitant to ask them. So they were asked, and particularly, I think even the question answer session was very fruitful.
Indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
May I ask, Professor? Yeah, yes, please.
No.
Okay. May I ask Professor Shailendra Kumar? He is chairperson and head, Department of Library Information Science, University of Delhi. Sir, would you like to remark something, Dr. Shailendra Kumar, sir? Dr. Shailendra Kumar, sir?
In the meantime, Professor Alka Bhorakunar, thank you so much for your warm words. it touched me very much. It touched me very much, what you said, and you know, I try to bring myself and to bring. I have a story to tell the students, and this presentation is the same, almost the same presentation that I give to my students. And I'm coming with a story that I want to tell, with knowledge that I want to share, and it's very important to me. And as you said, there are no barriers of geographical age whatsoever, because at the end of the day, we are all human beings, and we are all using mobile phones and Facebook or Twitter whatsoever, and emails, and we are facing the same challenges and the same problems, and we have the same questions, and that's why I'm so grateful for the opportunity of Dr. Project gave me, and all of you, to be here and to speak a bit, and you know, to share a bit of my thoughts about cybersecurity. And as I said to Dr. Project, I this time bring a lot of the coronavirus outbreak bring a lot of changes, obstacles, but on the other hand, opportunities. And as I said to it will be my true honor to find channels of cooperations, either by teaching, to have online course. I'm a lecturer in Israel in several academic institutions, and this lecture is a part of a course of mine. I teach also introduction to information security, basic, only essential, nothing technology. Social aspect, another course of mine, social aspects in the cyberspace. Another one is tourism and the internet. So I'll be glad to elaborate potential cooperation. First of all, in terms of academic course, whether it's online or perhaps later on physical one. But first of all, online academic course. And as you can understand, all of you, it's relevant for everyone. Those topics are relevant for everyone, and it's needed for everyone. That's one thing. Another thing is any type of cooperation. I mean, it can be research projects, it can be writings, it can be even internship. My initiative of CyBureau, which intend to raise the empowerment and knowledge and awareness in the cyberspace, I have signed agreements with 2 universities in Romania and 1 IT college in Poland. And I have currently 3 students from Romania, 3 ladies, 3 students from Romania, from the communication department, which are doing internship, voluntarily internship in marketing, PR, communication, and all those. We can find channels of cooperation, whether it's courses, whether online courses, online academic courses, whether it's research activity, whether it's activities with students, internships, or whatsoever. I'm totally engaged, and I'm free and open to any idea and any cooperation.
Thank you so much. We'll wait for the day for our cooperation, and probably Israel is one country, is a true friend of India.
My pleasure.
It's a natural partner.
That's true.
So we have a bigger heart for you, sir, and we owe your contribution to us. And we'll see you on 13th of June evening, same time. We'll send the detailed information. Thank you. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Pavel. And thank you, Professor Shailendra Kumar.
Thank you very much.
God bless
Thank you
you.
all of you.
Stay safe.
My true honor. My true honor. Thank you so much. Thank you.
God bless you, baby.
God bless you, everyone. Bye bye.